Ananobi, University of Kentucky.
Knicks, they come in with and the guy that dropped the double nickel on Saturday, Jalen Brunson, his opening tip. What does for Brunson tonight?
I mean, whatever it takes for him not to get to his left hand. I mean, he's pouring in more than 50 points.
55 as Koulibaly's got the basketball. Wizards won the opening tip. It's a kick out to Sarr with the shot clock at 3. Alex 3 up and good.
Justin Champagnie having that assignment once again on Karl-Anthony Towns.
Brunson in the paint, dumping it off. Left-hand layup is no good. More. Knicks are in the middle of 3 games in 4 nights. Koulibaly inside on Towns. Towns is exceptional rebounder this season, having a career year in that department.
Yes, he is, and really putting the Eastern Conference on notice that he is possibly going to be that starting center in the All-Star game this year.
That overtime game Saturday was a lot of back and forth. 25 lead changes, there were 12 ties. Washington got some valuable experience, especially the young players playing in their first ever NBA overtime. Bridges on the drive, misses. Knicks have missed their first 3 shots of the game. Sarr coming back, downhill. Wizards got 3 back, misses.
That Jalen Brunson went right and almost missed the point-blank.
Ones that actually came back, but it's not just the players that are 48 hours. I think is key for them.
Yeah, you want to get into the clues? We can talk about it right now. I think I'm producing on the fly.
There you go. It's presented by your local GMC dealers. This is Drew's Clues.
Hey, listen, get off to a good early first start. Let them know this was real. This was not a fluke last game. You were back for the fade, and then the others scare me. Don't let this be a bait and switch. Don't pay too much. Be mindful and don't let them get off, because if they start having some 20-plus point games between those 3 guys, it's going to be a long night.
How about Champagnie on the other end offensively for the Wizards? He's still hot, hitting the 3. Coming off of that career night, 31 to go along with 10 rebounds. Towns with a strong drive. You lean on that in this second game.
Well, it worked. I mean, even though Karl-Anthony Towns, what was not happening was the 3s that could come back and be multipliers down the stretch. And like Coach Keefe said in his press conference, I mean, they had a chance to win the game. They were 4 points with a minute left to go in that game and lost it. So I like the strategy and the game plan.
Fall-away jumper by Towns is pure. He's got 4. 30 points, 14 rebounds, and logged 44 minutes Saturday in that win against Washington. This Magic team was on the second night of a back-to-back when they came in here on DC on Saturday. There's Bridges. Go down, we're all tied at 9. It's going to be a foul.
The middies, 3-point looks.
Defensively guarding Brunson. Bridges putting it on the deck. 2 dribbling pull-up is good. It's the same thing every time.
It has to be.
You think so?
Has to be. I had to guess maybe a veggie bowl.
I'm about to say he can't be a sour cream guy before the game. How's it possible? Bridges inside, tap in by. First lead for the Knicks on an 8-2 run. Ananobi with the look ahead. McHale, tough layup.
Yes, it was.
Bridges is playing in his 507th straight game. Active streak in the league in terms of consecutive games played. Koulibaly loses the handle. Looks like Hart actually touched the baseline.
It's already out of bounds, I believe.
Cat muscling his way inside next time. Everyone stay away from JD5.
Hey, Rookie of the Year?
By far.
Talk to me.
I don't even think it's close. Hopefully it's unanimous. Back here to live action. Wizards with the basketball. Some of the Wizards players were indeed at the Commanders game last night as they won in overtime, beating the Atlanta Falcons. Champagnie misses that one. A rare miss for him.
Well, got a good look. He could have settled for that outside shot, but, you know, he wants to get on the board a little bit more easier than just that. He already laced up a 3.
Ananobi, corner, triple, no. Cat, blocked by Sarr.
Great job.
How about Alex Sarr already with 2? They're going to give him that. That'll be his first
on that first jump, but recover just like
home. Pretty impressive numbers.
He's been in the kitchen.
Right under his jersey.
Yeah, that's just still mind-boggling how you sprain a rib.
Hart dumps it. Anunoby, 2 on the fourth assist on 8 made field goals. They're up by 4. Carrington probing, fading. Second chance opportunity. JV into the body of Towns.
Wow. Towns on Valanciunas' hook shot.
Brunson once again getting to his left hand.
Ball out, basically.
Brogdon back to Koulibaly. 10 on the shot clock. Brogdon, signature float game. Offensive rebound. No looks at the Valanciunas off the window. The Knicks' longest since defeating the Wizards in 10 straight back in the 2010 through 2012 seasons. Brunson's shot was touched up by Koulibaly. Bilal. This is that one.
See, those last 2 blocks, one on Brunson and one on Towns, those are rhythm breakers. You can snap a guy's offensive.
Here you go. Towns one of 21-17. Kispert, deep 3, front rim. JV on the floor. We're gonna call a whistle. Chua had that monster dunk Saturday against Keyshawn George. Ball finds his way to Anunoby. Bridges hustling, relocates. Wizards got to get a rebound, and they do from Carrington. During the pregame show, the Wizards broadcast points since November 27th.
And you can see already the legs are there, getting some rest. And now he's trying to get
Wow on the offense. And this time he gets.
I don't know if I could go. In fact, I can go.
And I'm gonna give you being built to compete against the Celtics.
Yeah.
And you were like,
no reason for a trade. I think you could have kept all the pieces if you were the Knicks in New York, and everybody in the transition, I would say, in such a small window, the Knicks have definitely surprised me.
OG tried to go big game hunting, but he was blocked by Valanciunas. Kuz, the hook shot. Powell's a perfect 2 for 2 from the field in 3 minutes. So much he saw the original Top Gun.
Man, Brunson has missed some chippies, so he's continuing to apply that pressure at the rim.
Carrington, the lone starter in for Washington, along with Valanciunas, Kuzma, Kispert, and Keyshawn George. Powell misses that layup, rebounded by Achua. This is without Jordan Poole for a second straight game, dealing with a hip contusion. OG.
Got it, bro.
Carrington skying for his 3rd rebound. And the value of having guards that rebound, how important is that for teams?
It's huge because not only do you have an extra body on the glass defensively, but he can push pace. You don't have to make that extra pass to the point guard. It's already in his hands. All you have to do is run wide and be rewarded in transition.
Deuce McBride off the mark.
Jason Kidd, Russell Westbrook. One of the greats at doing that.
Kyle, catch and shoot 3. Kispert, offensive rebound using the left. Tapped in by Valanciunas.
Want to on the offensive end. I mean, he's just there, just want to.
McBride again trying to 3. Valanciunas already with his 5th rebound to go along with 6 points. Just 5 minutes.
I'll see if Valanciunas can set a solid. Okay.
Kuz using 2. Hole punch there by Kyle Kuzma. He's talking to Anunoby. I like it. Brunson splitting 2 Wizards. His floater is big. He dropped 55. Really did all of his damage in that second half and overtime. Shot clock at 10. Kuz. Washington 3 of 9 from 3. New York is 1 for 10.
Watch Brunson trying to be sneaky.
This one-on-one, here comes the double. This time he's going right, but then gets to his left, and a kick out to Deuce. He has played 25 minutes or less. That leads the NBA.
Okay, so the harder it gets, the harder he goes.
Absolutely. Back to second quarter action here. McBride is looking for Cat. He's got the advantage over Brogdon.
That's where Karl-Anthony Towns can have that well-balanced offensive attack, being able to tag you from 3 and then go to work on that block.
Campaign guarding George. Spray out. 3 for Kuz. And the one-arm rebound without jumping is like one of my favorite Valanciunas highlights of the year. He did that. Wizards leading 32-29. A minute into the second quarter.
Oh, no.
Back and looks.
Glass, right?
You got it.
Here he is now inside. Head fake and score.
And so back in the lineup, you can see that they're just a step ahead of the pack.
To the game now. Kuz guard McBride. A swing over. Good defense by Brogdon.
That's how you fight.
Malcolm inside. Feed to Valanciunas.
He ain't scored a bucket yet.
Wizards have 22. They have a 7-point lead, which is their largest of the game. Hart. Cash. This Knicks team is second in the league in three-point shooting at 39%.
Get in there.
Why not?
It's a scouting report.
14 points on 6 of 7 from Valanciunas here in the first half. 14 in 8 minutes. Knicks now 3 of 13 from behind the arc. So McBride fighting over that screen. Call that one on the floor.
And doing such a great job of growing and developing. I don't want to throw off that rhythm. I want to aid them and push it forward.
Hard again, as the Knicks are now within 1.
What did I say, Chris? Floor, and that's what has allowed him to stay on the floor, playing defense, you know, wearing his hat on that end.
Hart coming back, misses that one, have the ability to get a 30-10 night.
If you're, all right, we know that. But if you can get a guy that you don't call one to be exact, I mean, that is a positive, but it's not just everything.
He might be the best cutter on the team.
Watch him right now. He doesn't just camp on the sideline. Game, it's the other things. Chris is a long way in the game of basketball.
Oh, by the way,
Does for a ball handler. And he said when it comes to people and guys who play off the ball, especially when they can figure the timing out of it and who they're on the floor with, it opens the floor not just for themselves, but less. Because why? Most of the time, you're not the one getting the ball on the offensive end. It's another teammate that you're opening that lane for or that open corner 3 for.
good point there, Megan. Fall away miss by Valanciunas. And we talked about Kispert's cutting when he first came into the league. Now you got another guy like that, and I'm sure the Wizards want to keep adding players like that. Payne, no good. Another second chance opportunity. Shaman, pull-up jumper. Hart.
Yeah, he's getting out with scrap right now.
Wizards coming on the other end here on the offensive side. Payne. He's got bumped by Valanciunas with a nice screen.
Like this hook. Oh, okay.
Fading.
Right shoulder fade.
Hart got the Knicks back into this game in the second quarter. Yes, 14 points for him. Made all 3 of his threes. Last 14 have come from him. Outscoring the Knicks. And this is not a typo, 28-0. Five on the shot clock for Koulibaly. Hart clears the rebound. Bridges, no. Champagny on a catch and shoot. 40% from the field. Payne all alone, knocks it down.
They're gonna start falling down.
First bench point scored for the Knicks tonight.
They're 5 for 17 from 3.
Another 3 off the mark.
There it is again.
That was a block by Champagnie. Sorry, nearly lost the handle. And Tibbs thought that should have been called a travel.
I thought Tibbs was gonna knock the ref out.
Oh, back and forth here. See if the Knicks can get organized offensively. Hart was fouled. Let's get to the last 5 minutes, what we saw from
Josh Hart. You're gonna have to cut his water off along with Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson. I know it's a lot easier said than done. Now this last 5 minutes, you want to get some type of momentum going into halftime, confidence, knowing that you
winners tonight. Last 12 games, he's averaging almost 14 points and shooting 42% from 3.
And right now, well, when you jam up, you can bomb the defender.
Gotcha.
And I think a visual will be a lot.
5 to go here in the second. 6-point Knicks lead. Koulibaly left, Anunoby.
Players on the court. It is again. They switched it.
Brunson now getting to his left, missing that layup. George almost missed the handle, then he just tapped it to Carrington. Sarr with a 2-point lead for the Knicks. Knicks swinging it around the perimeter. And Anunoby figures. Cat ahead to Hart. Hart finding Brunson. And Koulibaly to fly by. Sarr here in the first half, still trail by 3. Wizards switching. Koulibaly now getting back to guard Brunson. For the shot clock for Bridges.
They got a step back. Okay.
Brunson falling away in the paint for Jalen Brunson.
At a high rate, and now he's being more and more comfortable in that range and that distance. You can tell that he's been putting in the work, Chris.
That's
his son. I saw you with a mask on.
Some people say I look better with it on.
Was that a zipper on that?
Whoa, careful.
Back to live action.
Thank you very much, Drew. Trailing OG Anunoby. 3 rattles out. A little more than 2 to go here in the second. Sarr on the kick out. Wow, nice cross. Spinning.
Good defense. Impressive defense by Brunson.
Yeah. Pressures Achua. Ten on the shot clock. Hart's been the guy for the Knicks here in this second quarter. Got to get something up. Nice cut.
They just haunt you late in the shot clock.
I feel like they did that a couple of times at Villanova. What do you think? LeBron did it. Brunson. Step through the Hart. Hart with 3. Shot was blocked by Koulibaly, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Well, already with 2 blocks tonight. Five seconds to go here in the second. Brogdon going left. Oh, pump fake, step through, count it.
OG game now.
Brunson with a cross, snatch back dribble. Sarr skying for the rebound. Got 4 seconds separating shot clock and game clock. Brogdon waiting for the screen, rejects, going right. Here's Carrington. Shot clock was expiring. Who's offensive rebound? It was 18th in the Garden. This is the time expiring here in the second. Been 0 for 3 from the field, Drew, but 5 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers in 19 minutes.
So listen, if you're not going to score the ball, what else are you doing on the floor? That's the only way you can stay in, with rebounding, steals, and doing the little things like we see Champagnie does.
Koulibaly loses the handle. Towns.
Reverse. Yeah, fresh out of the out of halftime. You got to be careful the older you get.
7-footer, put it in reverse.
That move.
Carrington looking for his first points, decides to pass over to Brogdon.
Yeah, that has to go in the last 2 games.
Brogdon, the second leading scorer for Washington tonight. He's got a dozen. Alan Shun is your leader, coming off the bench with 16. Brunson is looking for the cutting cat. Champagnie with the steal. And you're getting the second personal. Carrington fronted Hart. Gets the steal. Handoff. Swing. Champagnie. Rattles out. Good look. Justin just 3 points in the first half, coming off of that 31-10 outing Saturday. Cat going left. Going back to Cat, Washington this year. There has been 6 players that have scored. Chat 56, but the Wizards won that game. SGA had 41, and then Brunson goes for 55.
All right, so that tells me who's the lockdown defender.
Right.
You know, and if I had to put my money on it, that has to be Bilal Koulibaly. He can guard multiple positions. He has that potential. He has the vitals. I mean, 6'8".
And it can't just be Bilal, but if that's the tone that has to be set by him being like, I got to go get him.
Well, that's the difference between 100 million and 200 million, Chris.
Being a premier 2-way player in this league.
Yeah, I mean, he's guarding Brunson.
Carrington, sidestep, 3, going left, Cat.
I'm all out denial, not allowing Jalen Brunson to get this ball in his hand, see? Oh.
Cat over to Brunson, puts it on the deck, kicking it over. Bridges. Ball's on the floor, secured by the Knicks. Anunoby.
Have to find bodies and box out once the shot goes up.
Sarr. Strong finish. So, Drew, we talked about this in our meeting today about going at Brunson's left.
Hey, listen, I have no clue, but all I can tell you is what the finishing left. Even if he starts his drive right, I'm shading it to that right hand, and I need to
play the cat and mouse game.
Yeah, well, speaking of cat,
right on cue.
That's in Plains, Georgia. I mean, it's unbelievable. 100 years of age.
Saw it all. Bilal inside to Sarr. Sarr getting it up and misses. Wizards just 5 turnovers in the first half. They have 3 already here in the third. Chris Miller, Drew Gooden, Megan McPeak with you here on the Monday evening, Capital One Arena. Last game before we flip the calendar to 2025. Cat's hook shot.
The ability to shoot the 3, put the ball on the ground, and then go to work on that block.
Knicks now with their largest lead. They had his third 20-point game.
Most impressive stat I ever heard of. Never got a technical foul in his career.
I told you when you went here, I had to ask him about it.
Does that go back to college and high school too?
Rebound there by Champagnie. Says he loves his money. Carrington.
Ever a rotating situation defensively for the Knicks. You got to respect Bub Carrington knocking down that shot.
Cat trying to set the screen. Brunson. Oh, great ball movement by the Nick Porter.
As well.
19 assists for the Knicks tonight. Washington has 16 on 25 made field goals.
Defense.
Hart gets bumped. Josh Hart misses. You see them in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. If you see him again going.
Nothing but an 8-quarter game. Small sample size of a similar situation if you're in the playoffs.
Wow, misses that three. Scored 42 of those 55 in the second half. And overtime. He really took over. Here he is once again in the paint. And Anunoby, lead is 9. Sarr. Here he is switching off so he can guard Towns. Champagne was a little bit late on that contest. It was a miss. Love back to Brogdon. Somebody saying Wizards and Knicks how losing Isaiah Hartenstein was a big blow.
Yeah, he was an energy killer.
That's her 10th triple. OG getting inside, using the left.
And then these other guys coming in the game in rotation. And those three, he has a will condition starting 5. And it'd be in their best interest to stay out of foul trouble.
Anunoby has made all 3 of his threes here in the third quarter. Kuz with a steal. Going the other way, being guarded by a really good defender in Anunoby. Kispert going left to do a fantastic job of keeping that dribble alive. Bridges now ends a 10-2 Wizards run. Carrington, crossover, step back on Anunoby.
That was nice.
Lips out.
Hey, listen, come back and get in the mud on defense.
Now he's guarding Anunoby. OG bodies, sprays outside. Look like Carrington hit the back of Valanciunas' knee as he's on the floor. Valanciunas is also holding his elbow. Jared getting some minutes here.
Play a long time in the league being this guy and having that role as Jared Butler.
10 seconds to go on the shot clock. We're under 3 to go in the third. Kispert, another triple. Yes! Boy, Kispert in double figures now. He has hit 3 from downtown. The Knicks lead is now trimmed to 1. Kispert shooting 33% from 3 this year. Now guarding Brunson. Passes it over to Hart. That second quarter.
Those 3-point shots between Hart. What do you say? Blow up? It hasn't resulted in that made out and just competing, and that's what any coach wants, and fans.
You know, it's interesting, and I asked Coach Keith about just the experience. Test it now, like, oh, I played in a highly competitive NBA game where.
And then the next night, that loss is worse than any other night before he spoke up. So I love that he still has, I would say, the attention of the team.
Hart with a tough jumper. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal.
At 6'4".
Cale Bridges comes in. But he coupled that with 44. JV taking his 9 of 11 shooting.
Middle. Continue to allow the Knicks, these men, force some baseline to the help.
Butler. Okay. Might be here for the holidays to see his family. I see what you did, Drew. I got your back. Hart with a steal. Waiting for Brunson. Dump off to Bridges. Swing to McBride. Great ball.
Goes in. You know you're a crowd favorite.
It's McBride's first points of the game. Helped off in a wheelchair. He got hit in the head. Keep you posted on his health. Bridges.
Look at that.
On the team, says Drew Gooden. Achua rattles in.
So if they're not going to box out, what should you do? Go get the rebound, and Josh Hart does that. It's simple.
Butler in and out, blocked by Achua. And that will Miller, Gooden, McPeak with you last game before we ring in 2025. Brogdon bumps McBride.
Play.
Brogdon, Valanciunas, Kuz, Kispert, and George on the floor for Washington. Kuz, 2 on the shot clock, got to get something up. Kispert.
Look at him.
Nice tap out by Valanciunas. That'll put 14 on the clock. George not able to convert that three-point opportunity. Dime by Hart. Chua couldn't hold on to it. That'll have been his 9th assist.
He almost about to smoke Josh Hart's triple-double.
George misses. Brogdon, offensive rebound. Brogdon in search of his 4th 20-point game of the Wizards this season. He's 4 points from 20.
This is probably the last possession you might see. If you don't score here, call Anthony Towns. Might be checking in.
Lead is 9, matching their largest lead of the game. Kispert going downhill. Another left-hand layup.
We need other guys on the glass. I mean, this is a game where you can expose the Knicks for second chance opportunities.
Another double-figure game for Corey. He had 11 Saturday. Now he's got 13. Bronson, crossover, and then a steal. Hearing the Knicks fans in here chanting Deuce.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes, they're not booing, they're saying Deuce.
Well, I'm tired of hearing it. They've been since Saturday yelling it.
Shamit, guard. Fall away by Kuz. Hart now patrolling the basketball. Sends it over to his Villanova teammate and podcast co-host. Brunson airballs that one. Kispert running, but
detrimental trying to get a defensive rebound on this end, so he goes big with Precious Achiuwa and Karl Anthony Towns.
Knicks with their largest lead of the game, 11. Valanciunas wanted that post up. Corey didn't find it. George's fall away.
You see, it's tougher now for Valanciunas to get in there with both those bigs. Now, on this end, you have to box out.
Both Hart and Towns have 12 rebounds tonight. Shamit.
Oh.
Back rims that jumper. You could do the better on the floor, especially when you've got options like Brunson and Cat that's going to get the majority of the shots.
Hit about 1-2 in Hart.
You mean like Josh Hart? There's Valanciunas. McBride cutting, passing, Achiuwa.
Signs in Toronto, especially from corner threes, which you just saw in that possession.
Oh! Kispert with a hit.
Another. The sound.
Oh.
Man.
Growing up watching the Jetsons.
2025. So are we in the 20s right now? We're back in the 20s, huh? The 20s, the 30s.
Cat, reverse. I think I did see. Lau with the Euro step. This is the left-hand layup.
I'm having some trouble in that Rise of Stars challenge.
That's going to be tough.
Oh.
McBride. Dribbling, swinging, Hart. Look at McBride, smallest guy on the floor. Getting the off him out.
Yeah, he was on a burner last year.
There to support them through every stage of life.
Miles Deuce McBride, the nickname Deuce. He's had it since the 3rd grade, since his late maternal grandfather gave him that nickname. Sarr scoring over Cat. 7 of 11 from the field.
Slow and steady.
Cat got behind.
Out denial. You know, the terminology is a white. They'll spin out lobs are there for Karl Anthony Towns. He's athletic enough and has good enough hands to catch that over the rim and finish it.
Got 26 without making a 3 tonight.
Lit up.
right.
That blood pressure started boiling.
Okay.
Mac and cheese.
Work on your New Year's resolution after Thanksgiving. Got it. Town at 28. Brunson somewhat held in check. He had 11 in the first quarter, just 5 points since. McBride with a steal. The look ahead. Anunoby driving baseline.
Now later Gators.
My man.
It ain't easy.
Bilal coming the other way. Not able to convert. Here come the Knicks. On the run. Brunson misses. Hart misses. We have an injury update coming up. You see Anunoby. Bridges. No good. Keyshawn comes up with the board. Cat just collected his 13th rebound.
Hart, believe it or not, leading all rebounders at 14.
Towns! For Karl Anthony Towns. He had 30 Saturday in that win in overtime over Washington. This guy also had a 30-piece. Champagnie passes it over. Under 4.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Washington had an early 7-point lead. Town again!
Saying it was going to take him another season, correct?
He got off to a hot start this year before he injured his leg, and then miraculously came back. And
man, I mean, it was a talk of the town. September, October, November, does Ovi get it this season? And it was like a 50-50. The jury's still out on.
Anunoby misses, rebound by Champagnie. Ovechkin has scored 2 goals since he came back. One of them was an empty netter. But as they say, all goals count. He suffered that one in the third quarter. .320 to go. All Knicks starters are still in the game, leading by 21. Kispert rejecting that SAR screen. Probing. Kick out. To the rookie Keyshawn. Keyshawn's father is sitting right next to us. Met him in Montreal.
Enjoying the game.
Fall away baseline for Bridges.
Now listen, I can only imagine sitting there when your son is at this level playing. I mean, my son plays 6th grade school, middle school basketball, and I'm over there palm sweating, heart racing every time he shoots the ball.
Cussing out the refs? No, you're not one of those. You're not.
Well, I just saw some of my former players get escorted out the gym, and I just don't want to be that guy. But my pops, Big Drew, you better watch out. He's banned from like every gym in the Bay. And now that his grandson is playing, it's starting to accumulate there in Orlando as well. He's building up now.
Corey Kispert with 16 points off the Wizards bench. Jacob Toppin. Pass over to Shoe Toppin, who is a first-round pick for the Knicks, now in Indiana. I wonder if he's bouncy like his older brother and his dad.
He is. Then they got another younger brother, too, in college right now. Players, including the father, who's on and one mixtape.
Yes, sir. Street ball legend. Anthony Gill, season-high 9 points, came against the Knicks back on November 18th. It was the aforementioned Toppin. Kolick, left hand PG, misses that one. Under a minute to go here in the fourth quarter, and Jaden Daniels got himself a triple-double in the process.
Yeah, probably spent about 10 bands over the last 2 games and tickets too, so had to get his money's worth, huh?
Exactly.
Can't buy all those tickets and lay a goose egg.
9th career triple-double for Hart.
In that shoulder injury in preseason, man, that was gruesome.
Tristan Vukcevic playing in just his 2nd game of the regular season for Washington. And the Knicks can essentially dribble the basketball out, as they will now improve to 23-10, 13-6 away from Madison Square Garden. They have now won their 8th in a row, while Washington will fall to 5-25, 4-13 here at Capital One Arena.